guys, it's Shay, and welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. So as you can see by the title of this video, I'm going to be discussing the new information that has been announced or released about the new Inuyasha series that was announced a couple of weeks ago. Now, I will say that some of this information had been announced or talked about at the time that I released my previous video, but I didn't have access to the information, or I didn't yet know that information had been released. But at this point, I'm going to update you guys with what I currently know, such as the plot, the release date, as well as the title, and as well as a few speculations that a lot of fans really want to know, as well as my opinions on these speculations and kind of how I feel about it. So first up is the title. The title of the new Inuyasha series is called Yashahime, Princess Half Demon, or Hanyu no Yashahime. Also, the plot of the series, as I said in my last video, is going to be surrounding the 14-year-old twin daughters of Sesshomaru, whose names are actually Setsuna and Towa. So pretty much the premise, though, or the plot of the entire series is that Setsuna and Towa are running away from a forest fire. During that period, they end up getting separated, with Towa somehow ending up in modern-day Japan and being raised by the Higurashi family, or more notably, Soda Higurashi, whom is, of course, Kagome's younger brother. Setsuna ends up growing up in feudal Japan, and somehow Towa ends up making her way back to feudal Japan and reuniting with her sister. The only problem is that her sister actually works for Kohaku as a demon slayer, and also Setsuna doesn't remember her sister. She also ends up running into Moroha, whose name hopefully I'm saying correctly, and that is Inuyasha and Kagome's daughter. And that's pretty much where the plot begins, and that's pretty much where they're basically going on adventures to try and find out why doesn't her sister remember her, and who else knows what's going to happen along the way. Now, of course, due to their upbringings, Towa and Setsuna had very different personalities. Towa, as far as what I can see by the pictures, she does dress very masculine, and she obviously has a much different personality from her sister due to her growing up in modern day Japan. While Setsuna, from this picture as you can see, she basically dresses very similar to Sesshomaru, and she also has his same personality, which is like a calm, cool demeanor. We don't know anything more about Moroha, nor do we know anything regarding whether or not Moroku or Sango's kids are going to make an appearance in this show. Now, a lot of speculation, though, has been surrounding the fact that Sesshomaru's daughters are Hanyus, or half-demons, and a lot of people have been wondering, whom could be the mother of Sesshomaru's daughters? Now, there's a lot of speculation that it could obviously be Rin, and that's because Rin was the little girl that traveled around with Sesshomaru throughout the entire original series. Some people feel like they had more of a father-daughter relationship, while a lot of them feel like once Rin got older, they possibly may have decided to get married and have kids together, which I honestly could really see happening. And I'll be completely honest, I've read a lot of fan fiction, especially Inuyasha fan fiction, and I'm not gonna lie, I did really ship Sesshomaru and Rin together, obviously when she was older, but that was the only human I could honestly really see him with. Although I'm not opposed to him actually falling in love with a different human due to his love, or due to him basically kind of being a father figure and taking care of Rin throughout the entire series. None of us actually know whom the mother of Sesshomaru's kids are, and most of us won't know until this series actually comes out. I feel like it's going to be kind of split. If it turns out that Rin is the mother of Sesshomaru's kids, I feel like half of the fan bases might be happy about this because a lot of people did ship them together. But some people are probably going to be very upset or disgusted about this because of the fact that the last time we saw Rin, she was still a little girl. Because as many of you guys remember, at the end of the manga, as well as at the end of Inuyasha the Final Act, Sesshomaru left Rin in Kaede's village, although he would visit her from time to time. But although we are unsure of what happened after that. And I have to honestly say, if it does turn out that Rin is the mother of Sesshomaru's kids, I honestly would love to see that story. Only because it would be interesting to see, how did they end up getting together? Because a lot of people have shipped them together and everything else. So just to have Rin just show up as the mother of his kids without no explanation might seem kind of weird, at least for me. But also, even if they just hinted at it, maybe not hinted at it, but maybe if they just kind of explained what kind of happened through backstories or so on and so forth to explain how Rin and Sesshomaru got together, I feel like that would be kind of interesting as well. But who knows? We honestly don't know any of this information until obviously the series come out. So most of us can only speculate. Some people said that it is very obvious that Rin is the mother of Sesshomaru's kids due to the looks of the daughters and how one of them seems to have Rin's colored hair. But once again, this is all just speculation. For me, like I said, I wouldn't mind if Rin ends up being the mother of Sesshomaru's kids, only because she's a character that many of us have been well acclimated to and know a lot about due to the previous series. Now, if it is a different human, I might be okay with that as well, only because, like I said before, it would show that Sesshomaru has grown due to him having to take care of Rin and being a lot more comfortable being around humans and knowing that they are okay and not just out for his demise. Very similar to kind of basically how he might feel about Kagome, since Kagome technically is his sister-in-law. Also, I have to honestly say, I actually used to ship Kagome with Sesshomaru a lot, and that's just due to me reading a lot of fan fiction, so who knows. But what do you guys think? I know that a lot of people are either with Sesshomaru getting with Rin, or they want Sesshomaru with somebody else, only because they find it weird that Sesshomaru would end up dating someone or getting married to someone whom he took care of as a daughter. And some people, of course, like I said, want them to pretty much be together. I'm okay either way with it, although I have to say I kind of favor him being with Rin more, only because I did ship her with him before, and but yeah, how do you guys feel about that? Of course, like always, I will leave links down below to all my social media accounts, my Instagram, my Twitter, and my blog as well, so please check me out there. Also, of course, please give this video a thumbs up, and of course, please subscribe if you haven't already, because I seem like you guys enjoy my videos, so I hope you guys subscribe. Of course, like I always tell you guys, stay positive, stay nerdy, and in today's day and age, please stay healthy. All right, you guys.